Top 10 African Safaris. The Fairest of Them All. Africa is undoubtedly a land of many wonders, and its wildlife heritage, a jewel from Mother Nature, takes her a step further. Today's video is Africa's top 10 breathtaking safaris. The fairest of them all. Sit back and enjoy this adventurous ride through Africa. Number 10. SABI Sand Private Game Reserve. The park shares an unfenced border with Kruger National Park and is reputed to have one of the best wildlife viewings in southern Africa. It offers an intimate encounter with Africa's Big Five. This private safari is thick vegetation comprising woodland savanna and hosts a river that runs through its vast space, making it a habitable environment for leopards and other wildlife. SABI Sand Private Game Reserve also features fantastic accommodation for tourists, alongside her exquisite local cuisine. While it is possible to visit this safari any time in the year, experts advise that the best time for an exciting adventure through the park is in the dry winter months of May till September. During this time, the wildlife clusters around nearby rivers and the bushes thin out. Despite the temperature being tolerable during the day, it gets frigid as soon as the sun begins to set. Furthermore, a thrilling night drive game viewing allows you to experience rare sightings of nocturnal animals, such as civets, hardbacks, and bush babies. Number 9. Chobe National Park. Located in northeastern Botswana, the safari holds the revered position as the country's first national park. Alongside that accolade, Chobe boasts the world's highest concentration of elephants and an admirable collection of wildlife, including Africa's famous Big Five. The Chobe experience is an incredible option for tourists who prefer self-guided safaris. She hosts a beautiful river that runs along her northern border. In addition, the OKAVANGO Delta spreads out to the south, inviting a variety of wildlife, which includes large herds of elephants, sable antelopes, and buffaloes, coming to soothe the sharp pangs of their thirst. Chobe National Park doesn't fail in providing an exotic travel experience. Accommodation ranges from bare-bone campsites to luxury game lodges, and visitors can cruise along her beautiful river in a houseboat. Lastly, tourists may choose to crown their delectable safari experience by taking a short trip to Zimbabwe's breathtaking Victoria Falls, which lies about 100 kilometers to Chobe's northeast entry gate. Number 8. OKAVANGO Delta in Botswana. The astonishing thing about this safari is her traditional Mokoro canoe-based safari experience. OKAVANGO Delta boasts a network of connected rivers and lakes alongside her plain land. If you're lucky enough, you can see a variety of wildlife, which includes cheetahs, hippos, zebras, crocodiles, lions, and the rare black and white rhinoceros. The Delta's unique wetland system covers permanent marshlands, seasonal floodplains, and in what comes as a surprise to me, and I guess you as well, it doesn't flow into the ocean. The OKAVANGO Delta is a top-tier destination for spectacular bird sightings, housing about 530 bird species, including the rare Pell's fishing owl. The safari was voted one of the 7 natural wonders of Africa in 2013 and earned the 1000th place as one of UNESCO's World Heritage Sites a year later. Number 7. Mana Pools National Park in Zimbabwe. This pristine wilderness lies along the lower reaches of the Great Zambezi River. You can explore the park by canoe or foot, in both a guided or unguided safari experience. The park hosts 4 major pools, alongside some smaller flood pools located along the floodplains of the Zambezi River. The best time to visit the safari is during April to October's dry season, where you will experience the diversity of her wildlife in all its beauty and liveliness. However, the wet season between November to March boasts a much more tolerable climate than the unstable and fast-rising temperature of the dry season. Sadly, you can only see 4 of Africa's famous Big 5 within its environs. Not to worry, large herds of buffalo and elephants roam the floodplains in their abundance. Wild dogs are also a resident species, in addition to other available wildlife. Number 6. Mala Mala Game Reserve. Towering the first of our lower 6 top 10 African safari is South Africa's Mala Mala Game Reserve. The game reserve is the country's largest and oldest private big game reserve and is one of the best places to see lions in their natural environment. Mala Game Reserve is located within the SABI Sands Game Reserve. Nevertheless, most tourists believe it has a more exciting safari experience than its host. Here, you will not only see Africa's Big 5, but also spot a notably rare and endangered wild dog species, and African wildlife's Usain Bolt, which makes up what local rangers decided to call the Mala Mala 7. The Mala Mala is blessed with a flat terrain, suitable for game drives. During the dry season, you can see a dazzling array of wildlife that includes wildebeests, hippos, hyenas, cheetahs, giraffes, and zebras, to mention a few. One of its primary attractions is its bushwalk experience and night safaris. You may decide to go beyond your electronic experience and tour its exceptional safari during the winter months of September through May, when its wildlife congregates around available water sources. Number 5. ETOSHA National Park in Namibia. This harsh, 22,750 square kilometre landscape is one of Africa's most desirable destinations for a quintessential safari experience. ETOSHA's arid plain is an area of grassy woodland bugged with several waterholes, which doubles as an excellent place for a herd's afternoon bath and a specific location to spot lurking predators. Except for buffaloes, the park hosts 4 of Africa's majestic Big 5. It's one of the best places for you to see a white rhino and the critically endangered black rhino species. Historically, it was made a national park in 1907 and named after the native Ovambo word that means the place where no plants grow. The park is so gigantic that it can be seen from outer space. Number 4. NGORONGORO Crater in Tanzania. This one is a mysterious one. NGORONGORO Crater has its abode among the highlands of northern Tanzania. It's an ancient volcanic crater expanding across 260 square kilometers. Interestingly, it's the single largest intact caldera in the world. The crater is home to about 25,000 large game animals, including wildebeest and gazelle. You can also spot regular sightings of cheetahs, hyenas, and Africa's famous Big 5. In addition to its uniqueness, the crater is studded with dazzling soda lakes where you will see hippos, a massive pink flock of flamingos, and an extraordinary variety of birds. You can also visit the local Maasai village to catch a glimpse of the fossilized footprints at the Olduvai Gorge. It's a desirable location for nature artists and adventurous photographers eager to explore their creativity in one of the few places where wildlife and humans coexist peacefully. Number 3. Kruger National Park. You can expect exquisiteness in South Africa's Kruger National Park. Established in May 1926, the park is known for its exotic wine, delicious cuisine, exhilarating views that ease endorphins, day and night game drives, and even guided safari walks, best for honeymooners' romantic escapades. The park spans an area of 2 million hectares, which is roughly the size of Israel or Slovenia. It is by far the largest game reserve in South Africa. Of course, it houses all of Africa's majestic Big Five, which you'll be able to spot during a 4x4 game drive. You also have the opportunity of driving yourself within its designated routes. The park also serves as a natural habitat for birds like eagles and vultures and other land wildlife in a dry semi-desert to thickly wooded areas with ornamental trees. The iconic baobab tree is a sight to look forward to. Kruger National Park holds an impressive record of housing over 420 archaeological sites and boasts of being the best place to see a leopard. Number 2. Masai Mara National Reserve in Kenya. The Masai Mara became renowned through the Great Wildebeest Migration that occurs in a yearly circular route through Tanzania's Serengeti, across Kenya's Masai Mara and back again. This massive wildlife migration, nicknamed the greatest show on Earth, is so large that it can be seen from space. About 1.2 million wildebeests, hundreds of thousands of zebras and gazelles take on this reminiscent Israelite journey in an annual seasonal circle in search of pastures only made available by rainfall. During their journey, these large herds are in constant danger of predators whose job it is to ensure only the strong ones survive. The combination of this tireless migration, alongside its beautiful landscapes, makes the Masai Mara a fantastic safari experience you should have. It's home to about 95 different species of mammals, including all of Africa's renowned big elephants, buffaloes, and giraffes, and also rewards you with incredible big cat sightings. You can also get a bird's eye view of the large migrating herds via a hot air balloon experience. This route takes you above the Great Mara River, past vultures, nests, and the morning liveliness of exuberant hippos. In concluding a unique safari experience, you may decide to visit the local Maasai people and learn a thing or two about their native culture. And at number 1, Serengeti National Park in Tanzania. Translated from the local Maasai language, which means the land that moves on forever, the Serengeti is a considerable space of lush grasslands and golden savanna that seem to roll on and on till the very ends of the earth. Like Kenya's Masai Mara, the Serengeti is renowned as a circuit of the great annual wildebeest migration, known as one of the 7 wonders of Africa. Touring between May to August, you will experience the soul-touching Mara River crossing, where a helpless migrating wildebeest herd is game for lurking big cats, predators, and the crocodiles that inhabit the Mara River. As sad as it may look, this is part of what compensates for the value of an unadulterated wildlife experience. Beyond that, the Serengeti houses a breathtaking array of wildlife that easily captures the attention of enthusiasts. Are all these places really miraculous and offer a breathtaking safari experience? That's a question we must answer for ourselves. Either way, the wonders and wildlife heritage of these places are so fascinating and full of unbelievable moments that they're worth visiting, even for those who do not have a big budget. Perhaps then, your first-hand experience will be shared in our next videos.